lawyer Lisa Miro. So there's most of the writers, most of the activists, most of the lawyers, most of everybody covering Bill C9, including our MPs, are running a limited hangout, and a very dangerous limited hangout, because they're saying, okay, so pastors preaching won't be able to say certain things. Oh, okay, right? No, that is not what's going on in that bill. Then, like, this is what's going on in that bill. You know how you know I'm like a truther? Because my videos get like 76 views. One time I saw them climb to like 1,500 and then go back down to 800 views because I'm just curious. I'm just curious and I watch. All right. What is Bill C9? Okay, amongst other things, the stuff that is not being debated is that this is a hate symbol bill. So, what is the symbol that they're going after? So Mark Miller in the debate on October 30th said, 1, Acts, Romans, Deuteronomy, Leviticus are hate, right? It's not that he is saying you won't be able to quote those verses. It's that when Bill C9 is live, he and his cronies in the hate symbol part of the bill get to designate a hate group and then capture the whole group. So how the legislation works is, what are the symbols they're going after? The swastika? Oh, okay, government, who's like spraying them everywhere to create the need for this bill. And then the symbol of a group that they designate as a hate group. So Acts, Deuteronomy, Leviticus, right? Romans. And other religious texts. So that's the Quran. So they're going after the Bible first. They're going after the Quran after they've ethnically cleansed the Christians. This isn't ethnically cleansing, like this is a religious attack on a level no one has grasped. They designate the Bible, the symbol. They designate Christians as the hate group. Then the bill grabs anyone who's within the group, right? Now, the second aspect that is not being discussed is the forfeiture clause. It's an unlimited forfeiture clause that doesn't list property, object, proceeds of crime, or anything that would relate the clause to being limited to property only. No one is talking about this gaping hole. I've looked at every forfeiture property clause in the criminal code. They all list proceeds of crimes, objects, things, because that's what's being forfeited. So they don't do that, and then they add this second aspect, which is the means by which the offense was committed. That's the person. That's an action verb. And if you think they won't utilize the words that they've put in print, why does the Justice Minister, Sean Fraser, say this must pass? Because it's weaved into laws around the world. And Canada is a straggler. Canadians, you rise up, right? Because once it's the group on this, then it's the Kafifa, for, protesting Israel, or then it's the, and maybe then it's digital ID for, not being a digital IDer. Then we are working towards a controlled society. We've seen just what they've done in COVID. Your imagination is limited by perhaps your goodness, your naivete, they would never, or your belief in mainstream media. Anyone not talking about this, I'm calling you out in the press. I'm calling you out in the alternative Substack media. I'm calling you all out. You know why? You're doing a limited hangout, and that either makes you controlled opposition based on your own neurological defects that you can't get to where they're going, or you really just are controlled opposition, right? You're taking funding now. You're controlled, or you always were, or you're in place for this purpose. You either start covering the real possible dangers of this bill, or your limited hangout.